Okay, well, hello everybody. I will be talking about the CVT transmissions and why I feel like having a CVT transmission is not a good thing for the car. I mean, it's okay, but it's not a solution to the problem, and I'll explain in a bit. So let's go on. So with a CVT transmission, you save a lot of gas, and there's less problems with the car. So those are two things that are great with the CVT transmission. That is the two things that are great by having both the I mean those two. I mean the CVT transmission is great when you want little to no problems with your transmission. But that doesn't mean all CVT transmissions are built the same. So CVT transmissions save you. I mean, having a CVT transmission saves you gas on the long run. So when you're going far away, it's good to have a CVT transmission. Oh, oh, and I didn't mention that the reason I'm against having CVT transmissions in the car is because, and I'll explain, is because when you're going very fast, because let me explain. I'm gonna tell you that I have a Honda, I mean a Toyota Camry, and having a CVT transmission, it just feels like it's way better. I mean, it feels like it's great having it on the Toyota. It's better than having it on Nissan, because Nissan doesn't know how to make CVT transmission. Is because they have Jatco. I was gonna say Jamco, but it's Jatco, which stands for Japanese Automatic Transmission Company. This is what Jatco stands for. So they're the ones that supply many many transmissions for many cars, but they don't do them for Honda, Toyota. Toyota and Honda have their own company that creates them for them. But this is my take on CVT transmissions, because I have we have an Acura and a Toyota, and I love Acura way better than the Toyota equivalent, because like I said, the Acura MDX does not have a CVT transmission. It has a straight automatic transmission, just automatic. What's good about this is that when you're going at high speed, let's say you're cruising 30, 40, and then you want to go faster than that on the freeway, because when you're getting on the freeway, you start slow from 0, then you start picking up speed up to like uh, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. But when you're transitioning, the 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 transmission starts to push and push, but smooth. But with a CVT transmission, we have a problem here. As soon as you get on the highway, freeway, or whatever you called it, interstate, you have a problem, because as soon as you start to pick up speed, you can feel the car start to pull you. It's like a big, like somebody pushed you. It's not smooth. The transitioning from gear one to the next, it feels like gears inside. I don't know if there's really gears inside, because I've heard people say that there's no gears in there. But we do have a problem with that. I already said that I don't like that it's smooth. It runs, the car runs smooth. Don't get me wrong. The the Toyota just runs smooth. But we have a problem though, like I said. I don't like when you're going at high speeds and you decide to just step on the pedal and give it more gas. You feel the vehicle start to pull, or push itself like a jolt, starts to jolt. Yes, it's a Toyota Camry, and it's very smooth on the road. Like when you're going at a distance, like at a pace, like say you're going at 60 miles per hour, you're going 60 miles per hour, and it feels good. But the Acura MDX just feels miles and miles better. And don't get me wrong, the Acura MDX has its problems. I don't feel like the Acura MDX is that smooth as because it's 2007, so you can't fault it. You can't fault it in any way, shape, or form. 2007, comparing it to a vehicle that's like 2018. Come on, Toyota and Acura are great, and so is Lexus, and so is, I don't know about Honda. Honda's okay. I already saw it. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. For what it is, it's better than having a Nissan product or having a Hyundai or some other product out there. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you can feel the huge difference with having an Acura that doesn't have a CVT transmission, and that is a big deal for me because I like stuff that's just smooth on the road. Yes, Toyotas have been selling far more than any Acura product, but Acura just feels smoother. And I guarantee that if I got into a Lexus, I would say the same thing. No disrespect to anybody. Lexus is probably way better. But that's the thing. You cannot fault Toyota because the the emissions, the people that run these companies or that are forced to say, oh, you're not saving enough gas, so down the road you're using 40, you're only giving them 10 miles to the gallon or 12 miles to the gallon. But with CVT transmission, you can definitely get this done. You can definitely get the point done. That's the thing. That's the thing I have to tell you, that you get the job done when when you put a CVT transmission. Yes, CVT transmissions are not great. Like I said, going on the road, if I'm going on a long road trip, I don't want I definitely don't want a Toyota on the road trip. I'd rather take the Acura MDX on a road trip. Yes, I'd rather have the Acura because high speeds going 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 miles per hour, because that's what people do here in California. Don't get me wrong. That's what most people do here. So if you're new to driving or to America, or you're new to just the just to just knowing about cars, then you can say with me, you're driving slow. If most of the Californians are driving 50, 55, um, I mean, 55 is like the slowest person, probably 55, 60. But people like us driving 60, 70, I mean 70, 80, 90, and 100 miles per hour, um, you're driving slow. If we're going that fast, you're driving slow. So you have to know that living in California, that's the thing. And with the Acura MDX, that's 2007. That just tells me that Acura did their work for 2007. I don't know about Acuras of now because I haven't driven a new Acura or something like that. Have not. But like I said, with the Toyotas, it's disappointing because when you're going fast, you can feel the push or the pull, and it's a disaster. I mean, it's okay, but going on long road trips, I don't think I would trust. I mean, I don't think I would feel comfortable. That's the thing. It's not that I don't trust it. Yes, I trust it because it's pretty darn amazing. But in terms of like going at high speeds, I would say no, no. I wouldn't like that. One more thing, going high speeds, you just feel the transmission shift very smoothly on the Acuras, very smoothly. And I do get what you're talking about. You're gonna come and tell me, how are you comparing a luxury car to a regular car? Um, um, my answer is you're right. But how are you gonna tell me that a car from 2007 still does better than a car from 2021 or 2018 or 2030 or 2040? Answer me that. How is that a thing that you can tell me, oh, my car still doesn't have these features, or it doesn't drive this smoothly as the 2007 Acura? Okay, I do understand, but you have to understand that too, that it's still pretty darn really bad. If I'm going on a long road trip, say I leave California to Arizona, or California all the way to, or Los Angeles all the way to a place like San Francisco, which I wouldn't go, but if I were to go to San Francisco or go on a long road trip to Arizona or something, I would rather go in the Acura. No disrespect to Toyota, but Acura is a clear winner here. But that's because, like I said, before that, I mean, it's because the only reason that Toyota has it perfected, the CVT transmission, is because they had it on the Prius for many years. But the thing is that it's not smooth. The shifting, because it shifts on its own. It's not a manual transmission. It shifts on its own, but it doesn't shift smoothly. It goes boom, 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 like it's like a big jolt, and you can feel the jolt, and you can feel like it's rough. Other than that, I do have to agree, the Acuras are way smoother. Am I saying Acura is going to be amazing? No, because I already told you that Acura is teaming up with General Motors, and it's a disaster. But that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to tell you that if you get a car that's a CVT transmission, I would definitely tell you, I mean, if you're gonna go on a long road trip, definitely return it. Definitely don't second guess it. Just return it, because CVT transmissions are not smooth on the road. Yes, it gets the job done, but that doesn't mean that you're going to have a smooth car. That because I've seen people do road trips on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube where they take their Lexus, their Acuras, and they go on long road trips, and then when they finish the road trip, then they say, Hallelujah! This was the best road trip I've taken. I love how smooth this car is. I love how fast this car is. I love everything about this car. Yes, no car is perfect, like I've always said, but a CVT transmission just ruins the fun, ruins the beauty of the car. It just ruins it. Like, how can you have a nice car but throw in a CVT transmission? Like, come on. Come on. I know you probably want what? Keep the cost low because the customer is not willing to pay 50, 60, $70,000, 80, $100,000. And I get it. I get it. But next time you're going down the road and you have a CVT transmission, and then you try something like an Acura, a Lexus, and then it's just great. Yes, some cars, some luxury cars have had CVT transmissions, but these companies know how to do a great I mean, they know how to make it smooth as possible. Yes, it still has this problem, but it's smoother than smooth. And that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video.